Let's go over how to create a guild, how guilds work, how the ranks work, and where you can find to join a guild. Hello, it is sisterguard here. Hopefully having a great day. I'm having a great day. We're back today on a Rise crossover. And before we get into what I talked about in that lovely intro, please make sure you smash the love like button, do the same subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Helps me a lot. And let's get right into it. So we're going to talk about how to create a guild. I'm going to go through every single part of how to make a guild and all the stuff involved with it that's currently in the game, and some hypothesis I have for later on. So first things first, let's get into how to create a guild. So guild, real easy on how to create it. You go over here to the guild button, you can go to create. You can also see who is on the leaderboard. You're able to see that from there. But what we're going to be using the screen for is to create. So you do your name. For this, what you need to do is type in this asset ID right here, and then you type it into the side. You need to basically use what is called a decal, and that's what creates this image. I know some people are having issues with it. I will get the leader of my guild that finally figured out how to get ours to work to comment down below in the video and kind of say how he typed ours out. Not with the image, but just what he exactly typed out. Then you can type in a guild description. Now that guild description, I'm going to give you all a heads up, is what kind of displays for everyone to see. So just kind of keep that in mind. Like my official guild, it just says sisterguard official guild. So kind of keep that in mind that everyone's going to have that. Now, when you do go to create this, even if you put in this, in order to create this, it says you need 10 guild tickets. How do you get guild tickets? Well, unfortunately, this is where it is either incredibly hard to grind or it is a little bit pay to win in order to get into guilds. And the reason for this is you need to go up here to the exchange shop. This is in the solo leveling guild tower. Go ahead and talk to this guy. You're going to be able to get a guild ticket from him for 250 tickets. So yeah, that is roughly about $25. Or if you already have enough tickets, which I believe the max on tickets is, yeah, not that. So you'd have to get this twice in order to fill this out. So kind of keep that in mind that this is going to be a little expensive, okay? So this is not like something super free to play. Now, next thing. Once you have created a guild, let's go back to my other account. I can kind of show you some of the stuff that you'll see in the menus. Once you have created a guild, there's a couple of cool things, other than the chat is bugged. One, you can see how many members of your guild are in the server with you. You can also chat to each other and say, hi, plebs. Just like that, and then you send the message off, and it will send it to everybody. There you go. It also displays how many members you can have. You start off with 5, I believe. It'll show your guild image. It'll show your title that you actually use and your gems. There'll also be a leave and an edit button. Now this edit button only appears for 2 ranks, and I'll go into that here in a minute. We also have what is called the update section. So in here you are able to add gems. Currently this is how we upgrade and do different things in lovely guilds. So I'm just going to spam a bunch of numbers. I'm going to go ahead and donate 600 trillion that I had stashed on me from just AFKing for the past hour or so. So in here, you're also able to buy guild colors. So they cost a few thousand gems. Honestly, it's not that much. So you can change your guild colors. And you can go over here to guild. Right now, I have a feeling there's going to be more stuff we're going to be able to have in here. But right now, you can increase your max players. I do believe we are currently at max, and that is 25. I sincerely hope they fix this because we are at max with a waiting list. So yeah. But you can also go over here to leaderboard. You can see what guilds are in lead. This is actively refreshing. So, and I'm going to be honest, from what I am hearing from several people, they're doing the old trick they did in Pet Sim 99, where you rotate people in and out to deposit gems. So yeah, Pleba Rise is not doing that. We're just all going to grind for what we want and then put it in. Doing the whole rotating thing, no. Because we're going to get into why that's going to be bad here in a minute. But the last tab you're going to see is a player tab. It can show you how many gems they can have donated and what their rank is. So let's go ahead and talk about ranks. So of course you're going to have the leader. So the leader of my guild is Jollik. Jollik is in charge. I cannot invite anyone. I do not want to invite anyone. I don't want to be in charge of this. He is awesome at it. Now the next rank you're going to have, and the ranks I'm going to show you here up on the screen, is we have officer, banker, and member. So here are the perms for that. Officer, you can invite. So you have that little invite button down here, which the only way to make this work, by the way, is for the player to be in your server. So just kind of keep that in mind. They have to be in your server for this to work. The next up, we have the banker. Now, the banker can have access to upgrades. Officers do as well, but they are not allowed to invite anyone. They don't have that perm. So we have officers in our, or bankers in our guild. I trust them. I just don't want them inviting God and everybody. So they can do upgrades if none of us are on, which we all kind of have different time zones anyway, so this works out kind of well. And then next off, you have members. Members, the only thing they're going to be able to do is deposit gems and look pretty. So officers do have the ability to kick. Bankers do not. So I just want to keep that in mind, that basically inviting and kicking and upgrading is just the officers. Bankers is just being able to do upgrades. Now, where can you find guilds? Well, I'll give you a couple spots. Currently, the Arise Discord would be a good place to go ahead and get this. So you're going to see different Discords in here for people that have different servers. Some of these are kind of big, some of these are kind of small. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for and what you're wanting. So this is one good place that you can go ahead and find a guild if you're looking to join. I'm going to let you know right now, and this is also going to apply to my guild, you're going to have to be kind of active and play the game considerably. If you're more of a casual player, this may not be something that's for you unless you can find a casual guild. Also here, because we have a very, very large community, you're going to be looking at different languages. So make sure when you join a guild, you speak the language of the people that you're with, because nothing sucks more than being a part of a guild. You can't understand everything and you're using Google Translate all the time. So yeah, so make sure you join a guild that, one, works for you and what your playstyle is, and two, speaks your language, okay? Next way, if you go to my personal server, I do allow promotion for guilds as long as they're not toxic, doing things they're not supposed to. If I hear people are doing that, then I will ban that guild from advertising. But you can always advertise on my server if you would like. My only rule with people is don't be toxic and don't be rude to the people on my server. And last but not least, if you are looking for a guild, I do have applications on my server. I just want to let you know, you do need to be very active. One thing we're looking at is your active level and your playtime level. Seeing where that's at is kind of that. Saying maybe you have school or work and you're not going to be online all the time, unfortunately that may not get you the cut. That is just what I've noticed that's being picked by the other officers and the lead. So I'm just kind of giving you a heads up and just being frank there. Now, some stuff to consider with the continuation of guilds and what to see in the future. Now, I've talked about guilds switching people in and out, and this is not going to be able to be done for a long period of time, because here's the deal. As you can see, it says I'm level 1 right there, and we went over to players, it says XP. At some point in time, there's probably going to be other things involving this XP in this level, like quests and upgrades, that everyone in the guild's going to want. So switching out members constantly and people not being able to get it and not having a guild ready to go may not always be doable. So yeah, I don't know how long people are going to be switching in and out. That's one also incredibly tedious. But yeah, so I think we're going to be getting some other upgrades. We're going to be doing some other things. And honestly, I really actually like how they did it. Other than the size. 25 people! There's 200,000 people playing this game. Come on. Come on, Daves. Give us something more, please. But yeah, no, I just kind of wanted to show you all that with everything with guilds, because I've had some people be like, how do I join a guild? How do I do this? The big thing is you just need to find them. A lot of them are on Discord, unfortunately. You do need to be 13 years or older to be on Discord. So yeah. So that's kind of the big way. You're going to have to go on Discord. You're going to have to look, but that's how it works. So if you want to create your own guild and just have casual, that's also wanted to show you all how to do that as well. So hopefully this was helpful. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all have been showing amazing support. We have 2 million views this month. Like what the heck, man? Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. So I'm going to get back to my grind. Thank y'all for being here. I greatly appreciate it, and see y'all next time.